my friends, how are you guys doing? I just realized I might not have the sound on. Oh yeah. So, last time we finished the invasion of Ire, and then the game proceeded to not save my progress, which is really, really fun and exciting, so I had to replay the mission with cheats on. Don't worry. I'm not just this good when I'm off stream. So we are going to jump into the final mission, Zerg numero 10. Really excited. Let's do it, Overmind. Me and you, invading the world. I had to keep going with that sentence because I realized that if I had stopped at the first half, it would have been really weird. Now I'm just filling time for this loading screen. Perfect. Let's make sure that my friend has his audio volume and voices 100%. Talk to me.
You have done well, my Cerebrit. The Protoss can do nothing but flee before the onslaught of the swarm. But now you must assault one final site before our conquest is assured. Behold, there is a temple not far from here that lies upon ground most hallowed. Though I have borne witness to the passing of countless millennia, the temple which you must assault is older by far. For it was constructed by my creators, the Xel'Naga, and it marks the site where the Xel'Naga first set foot upon Ire. The temple must be cleared, and the Kadaran crystal set in its place. Only then shall the way be made ready, for it is upon that ground alone that I may be manifest.
That's a really specific requirement. Like, I wonder if it's that special for the other ones, or if he's just like super BMing them. By the way, first mention of the Xel'Naga in the Starcraft lore right there. Oh goodness, look at all this stuff. This is going to be brutal. We got carriers, a couple Archons. Not seeing a whole lot of Reavers. Ooh, they got some Arbiters, so maybe there's a Reaver down there. Cloaked. Oh gosh, that is a big old base. This is going to be a mission and a half, isn't it? Alright, so first things first is we're going to get a hatch here. Oh, that's really nice. So I believe, if I am not mistaken, in the original version, this creep colony is actually a little bit farther down. So if you want to build a thing here, you have to kill the creep colony. Really, really nice that they opted to move it very slightly. I really appreciate that sort of thing. Alright, so in terms of compositions, what we want to go is... I don't know. I really don't know. I have 1,000 gas to work with early on, which is a good amount of gas. I'm pretty happy with that. We're going to get another hatch right here. We have so many mineral fields that we might as well just start getting hatches willy-nilly. And then I believe there's a base right over to this side. So 4 hatch before pool, yes, there's a ton of money on this map. This is one of the biggest macro maps in StarCraft, straight up. Brood War definitely has more overall macro maps, but this one is just like, here's the money, here's the money, here's the money, go make infinity things. And that makes me think that in this version, given that hard was so difficult previously, that we are definitely going to need a little bit of assistance from that big macro energy. Also, I saw all of those carriers, so I do need to start with Hydras. And then I might go Hydra Guardian. Hydra Guardian sounds like a pretty good composition here. Because I have not gotten to use the Guardian basically at all during this entire run. And that will have the sieging capabilities. I can pull enemies out of the bases and eliminate them. And that should be okay. But just the lack of... There's not a whole lot of gas. Minerals. There's no gas on this base, I'm pretty sure. Which means that I definitely need to... I can't go mutas or anything. This is one of the things that is a little bit disappointing with the first campaign, is just the lack of flexibility that I have in terms of my compositions. I think that Protoss and Terran have a better flexibility for just building what you want, when you want, and being able to make it work. But the lack of Zerg anti-air, the Hydra is great anti-air, don't get me wrong. Once you get that Hydra count up, it's really, really good at shooting. But you don't get to really pick when. Or you don't get to pick anything else is what I mean. It's like, you just always got to do it. And I try to show off various compositions and all that kind of stuff. Why is there just... Where are you going, larva? Yeah, that is this hatchery's larva, and he's going on quite the adventure. I'm not going to spend him. I want to see how far he ends up going. He's just going to walk over to the temple over here. He's like, let me at him. I'll take down the Zelnaga temple myself. You guys are taking too long. Lovely. I'm going to get that Hydra nest done real quick so that I can start building Hydras ASAP. Because I have a feeling that there is a death fleet probably on the way to murder me. I mean, I have a little bit of stress after the previous mission, and I don't want to be taken off guard again. But I also need to make sure that I'm getting the proper number of drones. I'm still under-droned by a lot. Alright, here's the first attack wave. Try not to take any damage onto the Hydra specifically. Yeah, this is good. The Ultra taking the pain is wonderful. Keep those Lings alive. Get on top of all this. And if he's going to retreat, I'm fine with that for now. Now you get one last set of drones, and then I'm going to go Hydras for a while. So, fun fact, this mission was actually one of my favorites as a kid, because you have to start with 4 hatcheries, and 4 hatcheries was perfect in Brood War. Or, not Brood War, but 4 hatcheries was perfect in Starcraft 1. The reason being that you could only have units in sets of 12. So if you were really bad at macro, like I was, then you would just wait till you have 3 larvae at every single hatch, and then you would spend them all at the same time, and boom, you'd have a full control group of units. It was really, really good. In fact, in late game macro situations, Zerg would build, in pro games, they would build clusters of 4 macro hatches so they could just go grab larva, hit button, full control group. Which basically means that before pro gaming existed, I was a pro gamer because I was doing this right when the game came out. Actually, that's probably a lie. I would be willing to bet that I did not legitimately get to this mission for years after this game came out, now that I think about it. Probably until I had like played through Warcraft 3 many times, honestly, because this game was so hard. I'm feeling good about what I have going on here. I'm going to get the lair, I'm going to get 2-2, a bunch of Hydras, and then I'm going to start pushing to the left and the right. I do happen to just know that there are bases there. So the big difference between the previous mission and this one is just a money thing. We have so much more to work with here at the early stages of the game. If I don't keep my economy going, I will run out. These only have 1,000 minerals apiece, which is not a huge amount. But just having this early economy instead of that one bad base is enormous. And I'm very, very thankful for it. I'm going to put my spire right here. This looks like a little spire nook. Actually, it looks like a queen's nest nook. I can put the spire there too, don't worry. I know you've been stressing about that since I said it 4 seconds ago. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for one more attack to come. I'm going to clean up that attack, and then I'm going to crush one of the bases. Left or right, I don't know which. And then I am going to do the same thing. I'll wait for another attack. Try to set up all of this base in the meantime. Defend, move to the right, and after I have those bases fully saturated, get a bunch more hatches and stuff, I am going to go crazy in terms of my unit production. And then I'm just going to try to lean real hard on the opponent and try to eliminate the entire base, like the entire map. I figure there's so much here that that'll be a pretty fun fight. Okay, I definitely need to be building some Lings. They don't have upgrades, but I have 1 gas geyser for 47 mineral fields, so not really got that flexibility yet. Why aren't they attacking me? It's gotta be a giant wave of light carriers or something that's coming, right? There's no way that there'd be this much downtime after what happened last time without something real scary coming to get me. The Pride of Aldaris or something is going to come bop me on the snoot. Alright, getting that upgrade. I'm going to make a Spore Crawler right here. With Mr. I'm alive even though I shouldn't be. Okay, now I'm getting impatient. Where are you, opponent? Come on, I want to go somewhere and get another gas geyser, but I know that it's the wrong call. Okay, this is actually going to be a feint. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start pushing up here, and then the enemy will attack me, because it'll be the wrong call. And then I'll be able to head back, clean it up, and do the thing. Ooh, shield battery. They're really bad. Yeah, Starcraft 1 puts the bad in shield battery. That wasn't a very good joke. That wasn't a very good joke at all. Man, I could have done so much better. Oh well. You gotta commit with your jokes sometimes. At least I found it. I knew it! You idiots. You idiots. What are you doing? Fallen for my tricks once again. And we don't even have Kerrigan here, the queen of sneaky blades or whatever, with her subterfuge. It is just pure big brain Cerber action right here. Alright, so gonna start building a bunch of drones. We're gonna get a hatch right here. Then we're going to get a hatch right down here, and we might as well get a hatch in between them, because you always need more hatches as Zerg. I've been larva-starved for months at this point. Set all these rallies, and...
Our forces are under attack.
By whom? Oh, they're rebuilding up there. Yeah, we don't want them to have that bully trigger. That would be pretty bad. Bully triggers, for those who don't know, are triggers in StarCraft 2 that are set to have the AI constantly try to fight an area until you have it fully secured. So they'll send reinforcements from bases to these places as long as you don't have everything gone. Okay, this guy is trying to rebuild it. I might need to build like a high ground sunk just to make sure that nothing can walk in and start rebuilding. Oh, hello. Well, fortunately they... He stormed himself! Okay. That guy kind of hurts. Let's send just a couple guys to take him out. This is the gooberiest Templar I've ever seen. What a horrible... He's just bad at his job. Oh, that was incredible. Saw a probe there, so... I guess that means I can head up this way. And then we can start getting some sunks over here. And I don't know how to get up there. I just know that if I attack move the bottom right, then I'm sure my units will figure it out on their own. Ooh, that is a much more competent Templar. 7 kills, all Hydras, not bad. So in StarCraft 1, the reason that I made that shield battery joke, I figure I probably should explain it, is that when you are being healed by a shield battery, you are stunned. And that makes the unit horrible. It is just pure garbage. There's a gas geyser over here. I had no idea. See if we can take it. That'll give us 4 gas, assuming this base has a gas as well. That'd be pretty cool. And 4 gas is definitely like Guardian numbers. How upgraded are they? 1-1. They don't have... Maybe there is another faction that has 3-3 or something. Because last time they had 3-3, and it'd be weird if this mission, the big economy one, they didn't have a faction that started with 3-3, but in the previous one they did. I'm not sure I would like that design. Oh look, just a couple minerals over there. Cute. Alright, let's check what is up here. And I'm going to get double spire while I'm doing this. Just making lings because they don't cost anything. And this area seems pretty undefended. This looks like a good hatch to me. So at this point, I'm going to have 7, 8, 9, 10, and then 11 hatch. 11 hatch is good. I wish that I could spread creep in this game. I know the creep doesn't do anything, but I really like the feeling of having creep spreaded everywhere, and when I'm playing Zerg and I don't, it kind of feels wrong. But I'm not going to complain too much. Especially when I have 150 supply of Hydras. So the Muta tech, or the Spire tech is on the way. I should be able to very soon tech into Guardians. Oh, another base. Ah, here they are. The Vanguard of Ire, the faction that has 333 by default. Who really likes Sky Toss. So this is like the precursor to the Golden Armada. Because the Golden Armada didn't actually get produced, I believe, until after all of this. Basically, the events of Brood War happened, and Artanis was like, yeah, let's make sure this never happens again by building a really sweet fleet with a lot of flyboys. Everyone was like, wow, Artanis, you're so smart. You know, very important stuff. So one thing that's going to be happening as I start clearing, getting my upgrades and all that stuff, there's a little bit of downtime here. And I'm going to be focusing a bit more on the archives content, and I would like some opinions on that. Specifically, some sort of run that involves actually interacting with the archives is something that I would really be happy about. I like those interactive runs. I've done the community challenge runs, for example, on Twitch before, where Twitch chooses what challenge for every mission that I do. And if anyone has any ideas for a format that could potentially work on YouTube, I would really, really be down to try something like that, you know? I think that one of the things that we've had issues with in the past with the challenge runs is that on the fly, it can be really hard for people to come up with good ideas. And getting the voting all done and all that kind of stuff is difficult on Twitch. But YouTube actually has a really good system for that with just comments. You know, the comments that get the most upvotes are probably the ones that people are voting for, right? So I think we might be able to come up with something. This is the discussion topic for the day. If you have an idea for a format or something like that, I think I would kind of default to a community challenge run style thing where I play through the campaign, you guys would pick challenges for every mission. It'd be one mission at a time, probably. For the most part, we'd probably do the first few missions in a batch just to get them out of the way. I'd love to see what you guys come up with, because we have a much larger sample size of people here too, right? So YouTube obviously is something like 10, no, more than 10, 30 times as much viewership per video as Twitch. So there's a lot more potential crowdsourcing for really cool ideas. Alright, let's get some mutts. I actually need to start losing some of this army. There's not a whole lot of units here. Huh. Well, maybe as I start getting closer to the objective, it'll be well defended. Got some cannons, some archons. They got 2-1-1 at least. Got a carrier. They had a carrier. Is this the temple? Alright. Wow, look at that hitbox. It's huge. Got some Vanguard of Ire. There we go. Let's see how this goes. Carrier go down. Can I just click on this? Let's get the Lings attacking it while the Hydras deal with all of this. Huh. Gonna be honest. Why was the last mission so much harder? We're not done, but...
The Protoss have launched a final offensive to keep us from the ruins. You must hold them at bay for a while longer.
Yeah, so what's going to happen is we get this drone with the Kaidaran. I'm so sorry, guys. I guess we're going mutas for the end, but I intended to... I intended to go Hydras into a Guardian-based composition. I promise. but I just accidentally won the mission instead. Well, that is just a darn shame. I even intentionally didn't get any Ling upgrades, and yet the Lings were still incredible. Oh well, I mean... Oh, did my dude die? No, he's right here. Doing his best. And his best is quite well. Look at this! The Vanguard, they have two different carrier classes. That's actually cool. They have the old Brood War one, then they have the Starcraft 2 Golden Armada one as well. Really, really neat. I love seeing old friends side by side. So they have anything to stop me? Wow. That was a really underwhelming final mission. Huh. That really goes to show the difficulty level being based largely around the amount of economy that you have. Because, very weird. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Tomorrow is going to be the start of the Protoss campaign, and I'm really excited about that. We learned about some Xel'Naga today. Oh, wait, no, there's a cinematic. Because we finished the campaign. Don't want to skip that.
Now shall the events set into motion so long ago be made complete. For the Protoss too were created by the Xel'Naga. They were the first creation, gifted with a purity of form. And we were the second creation, blessed with a purity of essence. Indeed, our two species are but opposite facets of a greater whole. Soon shall our two races be made as one. Henceforth shall all feel the wrath of the eternal swarm, for the hour of judgment is come.
I love the Overmind, he's so cool. Those are my guardians. I could have had them. At least they're here in spirit now. I find it so wild that the way that the Overmind travels from planet to planet is like a meteor. Just coming in at 17,500 miles per hour, going through the atmosphere, smashing right in. Absolutely insane. The Protoss forces, scattered over the galaxy, were ill-equipped to handle the unexpected assault on their secret homeworld. The massive extended Zerg swarm smashed itself against the combined might of the Protoss Empire, culminating in one of the largest battles in galactic history. Having finally manifested himself on Aire's nexus of cosmic energy, the Overmind began to assert his will upon the unsuspecting Protoss, seeking to finally conclude the great experiment. Meanwhile, Kerrigan, tasked with hunting down the Dark Templar, continues to scour Char for her enemies, Raynor, Tassadar, and Zeratul. Unable to divert forces from the defense of Aire, remain trapped on Char and must fend for themselves. Alright guys, that was campaign number 2 of StarCraft Mass Recall. I hope you had a good time. I did too. I'm really excited to get into the Protoss because I just love playing them, and StarCraft 1 Zealots are so cool. They just... everything dies and it's going to be great. So thank you for coming. I'm really excited. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace.